Hello again, it's Carl Baldassarre, and today we're going to be talking about the song What Is and What Should Never Be by Led Zeppelin off of the Led Zeppelin 2 album from 1969. I want to share with you some insights that I have on the album, but I'd like to just say about the track in and of itself. I think it's the epitome of the meaning of Led Zeppelin. You have to look no further than the name Led Zeppelin to know what they're all about and what they were trying to do and what Jimmy Page had in mind when he left the Yardbirds to create this band. And what I mean by that is that in the name Led Zeppelin, you have these two worlds. You have this heavy thing, this lead, and you have this Zeppelin, which was a lighter than air blimp, dirigible, or whatever. And that is what Led Zeppelin has always been about, which this sort of mixing and moving between absolute lighter than air lightness and to extreme heaviness. So the name of the band itself sort of tells you the arc of their entire catalog of music and also who they were as artists. And this particular song, What Is and What Should Never Be, one of the most beautiful Zeppelin songs of all time, and it epitomizes that light and heavy. It has the intro, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the verse part, although it's so beautiful, but it's truly that lightness of being that, it just has this beautiful feather kind of chords. And that's juxtaposed against the choruses, which I'm going to focus on because there's so much interesting arrangement and orchestration to it, and the sound is incredible. So what is and what should never be, kind of lightness and heaviness. We're going to talk a little bit about the heavy parts first, and then we're going to talk about the slide guitar solo as well. So first, as it relates to the choruses, after you have the light chords, and you move into the chorus parts, I'll play it for you, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit about what excites me about it. So it's the it's loads of fun to play, but what I love about it is the architecture of the part. And so it's an A and a B part, literally musically, but also just there's two sections to it. And there's a lot of this sort of binary structure is part of all of music, an A section and a B section. I think it also sort of is one of the reasons why music is structured with like verse and choruses, these back and forth, because we're actually binary beings. When you look at how we're constructed, we have a left valve and a right valve. We've got a left side, a right side. We're binary structures. I think music has a lot of binary sort of impulses and intuitions by composers because it sort of resonates to the human condition, a left lung, a right lung. We're very binary. And this solo, or this chorus, is very binary. So the first part, the A part, literally an A, but also the A part, is staccato. So it has a certain sort of punching, stabbing part to it. And it'll be contrasted with the B part, which is more laid out, what they call legato, okay? So here's the A part. We'll talk about that. Now, what I love about within that structure is this substructure that's going on. It starts with octaves, low A, high A. In that structure of two octaves, it's the higher octave that's descending, and it creates this motion, right, against the static low octave A. So watch. And that gives you a sense of motion. There's a sense of locomotion, a sense of life, a sense of direction, a sense of purpose. It's a really wonderful arrangement to do that. And he's kind of punctuating it with these sharp sort of staccato stops up. So that's the A section. When he goes to the B section, so you get, again, anytime you're kind of moving things up into higher registers, you're going to get a natural sort of tension there. So he moves to the B section. Do you notice the difference? Couple things. One, instead of these short things, he's doing these legato connected things. So the A part is short and punchy, and the B part is sort of gooey, sort of release, if you will. So the A is sort of the tension, and the B is this release. Again, it's very human, very emotional, and it works great from an arrangement perspective. The other thing is that he's contrasting from the A section where you had 2 octaves, and in the A section, the high octave was the one that was moving, and the low octave wasn't. When he moves to the B section, now the low octave, it's B, and the high octave is staying, and the low octave is moving. So he reverses it. Low octave goes down. So he's got these sort of, kind of opposite things happening. It's the perfect sort of binary structure. And I think it gives the chorus, great interest and, a sense of, the progression is moving along. And I love playing it, by the way, as well. My other favorite part of the song is where he brings in the slide. Where is my slide? Here it is. He brings in the slide for the guitar. And I think about, someone once told me, a great classical guitarist said that the slide or the guitar is an orchestra. And it truly is. And Andre Segovia would show you flutes and brass and strings, and he could create all these sort of, reflective sounds of an entire orchestra. And it's all in our hands and all in our capacity in terms of, how we approach the instrument. I view the guitar as an orchestra in the way that the song was created, where he brings in the slide to create a new instrument on the guitar. And the slide, for me, actually gives you this sort of linking mechanism between the beautiful open verses, right, and then the powerful choruses that he's playing. And I think the slide kind of does slide between the light of the Zeppelin part and the lead part of the heavy part. All right, so let's try the slide guitar part. I'm using a chrome slide on my 3rd finger, which is the same finger that Jimmy Page plays the slide on. Of course, you can use any finger you want. There's all sorts of approaches, but I'll just go with what he used, okay? Here we go. Yeah, there you have it. The slide guitar part for What Is and What Should Never Be. Hope you enjoy it.